the chase and the hunting. I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Yes, people, welcome to LRFC. Welcome to LRFC. Welcome to LRFC. I haven't seen you since the Merseyside derby. Before the Merseyside derby, sorry. Not happy, guys. Not happy about that game. I think the emotions got hold of us. Just like the Man United game, to be fair. When we face our rivals, these are the kind of stuff that happens for some reason. And we don't get the result that we want. But I've calmed down since then. I'm not going to cry about it anymore. Because, if you look at previous seasons when we challenged for the title, like last season, a few seasons before that, around this time, we get these dodgy referees for some reason, if you know what I mean. Like, you get Chris Kavanagh in the VAR, then you get Michael Oliver on the pitch making decisions that he did, which was kind of strange when we look at it. And our emotions got hold of us. We lost the plot after the game as well. And it's similar to the previous seasons when Rafa Benitez with the facts, and Jurgen losing it sometimes, and the players, same thing. But we need to get ourselves, back to reality, which is winning this league title, guys. I think if we get involved in this kind of stuff, I know it's unfair. I agree with you guys, but this is what the rival fans want. This is what the FA wants. This is what the Premier League wants. A lot of people were saying after that game, this is the best Merseyside I've seen in years, and all this stuff. The game wasn't all that, because the ball was in the air more than the ball was on the floor. So I don't know where they're coming out with. This was a great game. Yes, the physicality and all that stuff was different, to normal games. But I didn't think it was the best game. It was just a dodgy game from dodgy referees, and it's not going to stop there, people. Like, let me tell you right now, look back last season, around this time is when Liverpool started being shaky, and we're doing the same thing again. We're not learning from past mistakes. There's people around that club that should be telling the manager, so the head coach and the players, we need to calm down. We've got points on the board ahead of everybody else, so we've got to maintain that. Consistency has to happen. But I don't think what I saw of that game, what I saw of the Man United game, with, at their, mentally, we should be better than what we're showing, guys. When things are at stake, you have to be, mentally strong. And, I see a lot of people talk about Curtis Jones, what he did and all this stuff, giving him the flowers and all that stuff, but he's not going to play soon, innit? He's got a red card. So, we've got to be careful what we're doing, man. Are we interested in the league title? Are we interested in physicality and, giving flowers to players, get sent off and all this stuff? I know, it looks good on the eye, but if we lose the league title from here, what's going to happen at the end of the season? Who are you going to blame? It's not always FSG. Now, from what I saw the other day, it's not FSG's fault. We've got to get ourselves ready, man. I'm getting pissed off. The way we behaving, man. This is what they want. Like I said, all of a sudden you're getting these dodgy referees on VAR and on the pitch. And it's not going to end there. It's going to happen again. You're going to see Portini back at Liverpool games. You're going to see Anthony Taylor back at Liverpool games on the VAR or on the pitch. This is what they do. They don't want a team running away with the league title. That's the whole point I'm trying to prove to you guys here. I said that last season. I said that a few seasons ago. They want a dramatic ending to the season. That's the whole point. They want something that the whole world can watch. Views goes up, millions to be made. That's what they want. They don't want someone running away with the league. It's not interesting, is it, really? If someone runs away with the league, it's, and who's going to watch that? Oh, Liverpool's already won the league. There's no point watching the Premier League. That's how it is. But we need to calm down as fans and, as a football club, man. I know it was unfair. I know that. But it's not the first time. This happens all the time. But we just got to be smarter. You know what I mean? We've got to be smarter. Don't get emotionally involved in things like this, if you know what I mean. Just, yeah, man. I see red cards everywhere. I see fouls not given to us. I see fouls given to them. Like 30 minutes into the game, you should have realized where this game was going. If you know what I mean, guys. We was never going to get a decision. Never. Never going to get anything from this game. But for some reason, we fell for the trap of Everton. Everton, what was it, 16th, 17th in the league? I don't care about this, you know, when people say form goes out the window and blah, blah, blah. We're better than Everton. We're the Champions League. Actually, currently, they said we're the best team in the world. But yeah, we're drawing with the likes of Man United and Everton. 2-2, 2-2. Come on, man. Be smarter, man. Be more cautious. Look at the goals we conceded. I know that some people saying it's offside. Some people saying it's a foul. I thought Konate should just dropped onto the floor. Then the referee has got no choice but to give a foul. But we're too honest. We need to stop being honest as well on the pitch. If everybody else is dropping on the pitch, let's drop as well. I don't care. I know it's not in our club way of thinking, but everybody else is doing it. The first 10 to 20 minutes, what was Everton doing? Dropping to the floor. That's what they were doing, cheating in the game. But the referee kept on giving them free kicks. So, like, listen, guys. Nice guys finished last. Let me just put it that way. You heard that before, haven't you? Everybody's heard that. Nice guys finished last. And that's something I don't want to hear at the end of the season, guys. You know what I mean? We've got morals. We've got this. We've got that. Well, if it's not going to get you a championship, what's the actual point? We want to celebrate with our players. We want to be as one. We want to get back to being the best team in the world. Forget about England, in the world. We're one away from Man United to be, no more talking. Over. You know what I mean? But we're letting it slip as always, guys. Falling for these traps. Emotionally involved. I don't need that, man. I'm done with this bullshit, man. But for some reason, we just sit there every season. It's okay. Oh, it's Curtis Jones. He did it well, but he's got a red card. What? Man. Nah, man. I'm not having it anymore, man. Like, if we lose the league title, what can we do, guys? It's just another season of the same shit. I'm tired of it, man. I'm really tired of it. It's just too many things that happen every single time. We support the players, some of them, and we forget about the football club. Are you here for Liverpool or are you here for individual players, man? You know what I mean? Come on. Some of those players didn't even pull their weight the other day. Listen, walking around and staying up the pitch ain't going to help you win a league title. You need to defend as a team. Everyone, from the striker to the midfield to the defense to the goalkeeper, everyone has to be in sync. One player getting out of that is going to affect the whole team. Really pissed me off, man. I'm not happy, guys. I swear I'm not happy, man. I'm being honest with you guys. You know what I mean? Because I don't think honesty happens in our football club. It's like people want to say what people want to hear. I'm tired of it, man. I'm really tired of it, man. So I'm going to do the press conference of Arne slot, and I'll do the starting lineup. Hopefully, I could put on for the Wolves game on Sunday, and I'm off, guys. Yeah. So let's go back obviously to the press conference and that. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm not sitting here accepting shit like that, man. Emotions again. Into the players and the manager have lost it. I don't want to see, in the coming years, same thing as Rafa Benitez or what happened to us in the 1 point season when we, drop points. Oh, this is the moment Arteta got in, under Arne Slot's nose, or whatever you want to say, the way you want to go about it, like, things like that. Like when Alex Ferguson destroyed Benitez, I don't want to see things like that because that can happen. That's what's going to happen if we lose the league title. They're going to say, oh, this is the moment Liverpool lost the plot. They lost the league at this moment and all this stuff. People telling me, well, yeah, we'll have to lose 3 games, in order for us to lose the league. Have you seen our fixtures? Have you seen how many games there's left? People are talking like we've got about 3 games to go. There's still about 14 games to go. What are you talking about? Madness, man. Tired, guys. I'm tired of this bullshit, man. Emotionally, like, I'm shattered, man. I just don't want to see that, you know, at the end of the season, oh, Liverpool has lost the league title. Everton done that. And you see the Everton players going like this, stop talking, you're done, kind of thing. While we're still, yeah. Oh, man. Listen, guys, there's some games coming right now, yeah, thick and fast, like every 3 days kind of thing, yeah. And it's our squad hasn't got that. We haven't got that. You know, you saw the Plymouth game. We ain't got that strength and depth. I don't know where depths come from. I see people like in other channels, Liverpool's got the strongest, you know, squad, the depth of the squad. Well, you saw the Plymouth game. There's no strong squad here. If you talk about depth, you know, I don't think people understand what depth is. It's like David Silva and Bernardo Silva replaced him. It's like this. That's depth. Not Mo Salah and Harvey Elliott replacing you. That's not depth. Who said, like, man? When people argue with me about it, I don't understand. I really don't understand if they know what depth is. The quality of the player that's going to replace the main player has to be, you know, slightly lower than the player ahead of him. You know what I mean? And then eventually he takes over. That's the depth that should be in a team. Because I don't think people understand what depth is. Harvey Elliott and Salah, Mo Salah, that's two different players. Harvey Elliott is not going to impact like Mo Salah. Kwanzaa is not going to impact like Van Dijk. That's not depth, man. Oh, crazy stuff. But let me get to the comments before I do the press conference. Please like and subscribe, like that I always say. I'm sorry, guys. Like, you know, but we got to wake up. Like, are we here for championships or are we here, you know, to be having a fight on the pitch? Don't fall for these traps. It happens every single time. Always, they set these traps, man. Like I said, these referees, we haven't seen them all season. They're reappearing all of a sudden in our games. They're coming back strong. We haven't seen them since that David Coote thing. All of a sudden, they come on, Marco Oliver. Listen, if Marco Oliver is the best referee in the country, I hate to see the worst. Really, if that's the best, they said that's the best referee in the country. Imagine the worst referee in the country. Oh man, sorry. After that as well, after Marco Oliver, imagine like how worse it can get. My goodness me, man. My goodness me. Sorry guys, if they play music, I can't really show anything. So just do this. Yeah, just get the comments through, guys, and all that stuff. Big up. Yeah, I can't put your comments up. I'll do it later. Big up Jason. Big up John. Big up Abdul as always. Big up the final whistle. Big up, brother. Big up Trudon as always, brother. Where am I? Mr. Tibbs, big up, brother. Yeah, big up everyone. Just get the comments through and let's watch this press conference and see what he's saying about that Everton game, and then he's going to talk about the Wolverhampton game. So let's go.
First couple? Yeah. Morning, Arne. Be interesting to get your reaction from Wednesday night, if we could, please. Any further clarification for us on why the red card was issued? Are we able to understand how and why?
There's an ongoing process now. And I think I have to respect it. We have to respect that, so I can't go into details. So if you're specific, your question a bit more, maybe I can answer something, but not into the details.
Was it, do you feel, because of the handshake then? And was there anything that you directly said to Michael Oliver that would have deemed to have been disrespectful?
I think what happened was that the extra time, intentional 5 minutes that were ended up being 8. There happened a a lot, and the emotions got the better of me. And if I could do that differently, if I look back at it, I would love to do it differently. I'm hoping to do it differently next time as well. But what has exactly been said or what has happened, I just told you there's an ongoing process, and I don't want to disturb that.
So what are your reflections on your side's overall performance and the result then on Wednesday?
It felt immediately after the referee blew his whistle that we lost 2 points, but during the whole 98 minutes, I didn't feel constantly that we were the ones that were going to win the game. It felt like an equal game, and a draw would have been maybe a fair result. But with us leading after 97 minutes, we were quite close to winning the game. So it felt as if we dropped 2 points. But I think we won a lot Wednesday as well. And what I mean with that is, if I look at the togetherness of the team together with the fans, how much they fought together to get the result over the line. We've been praised so many times this season about how well these players can play, but they showed a different side of themselves Wednesday. In my opinion, also much better than the year before. They were mentally so strong during a game that was played maybe in the most difficult circumstances for them as well. And to stay strong together, to fight so hard, to be mentally so strong, that gives me a lot of confidence for the upcoming 14 games. I already knew how well they can play.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I forgot the mute button. Apologies. I wasn't even concentrating on the chat. Apologies. Apologies for that. Let me just start that again, and then we go again. Sorry about that.
I didn't feel
Correctly said to Michael Oliver that would have deemed to have been disrespectful.
So let me get back to this. Apologies for this mute. I don't know what's happened to my thing. So I don't think Arne's slot is gonna. I think they're appealing it for what he did to Marco Oliver. I don't think he said anything that's swearing. He just said to him, "Good game," something along those lines, and Marco Oliver took it obviously the wrong way and gave a red card. You know what I mean? But I think Pep Guardiola did the same thing before, and he didn't get no card for it. So the reason, obviously, the head coach is talking about it now and saying there's something happening behind the scenes, I think they're appealing it. That's what it is. Apologies for the mute, man. I don't know what's going on with my thing. Sometimes it goes all wrong. I hope everybody's okay. Yeah, I know, man. I just woke up, so it is what it is. Apologies. But yeah, I'm back. Let's get back to the press conference. But I'm going back to where the mutes happen.
I think what happened was that the last, the extra time intentional 5 minutes that were ended up being 8. There happened a lot, and the emotions got the better of me. And if I could.
At least he's admitted about the emotions, guys. As I said in the beginning of this, obviously, press conference, I did say emotions has got the better of us in this type of games. That's the second time that happened. Man United at home and now Everton away. The derbies are always going to happen, man. And these kind of stuff is going to happen, you know, during the games. And it's just how you come out of it. You know, that will show if if you're above that or you're still, you know, around that kind of thing. And that's 2 games we draw 2-2. But it's a learning curve. Hopefully, when we go into these games in the future, we don't really, get the emotional side of it get to us, because if you're competing for a title, all your rivals are going to try to stop you somewhere, somehow, to not win that league title. So, yeah, we've got to be smarter, guys. We've got to be smarter. Apologies about the sound.
We do that differently. If I look back at it, I would love to do it differently. I'm hoping to do it differently next time as well. But what has exactly been said or what has happened, I just told you there's an ongoing process, and I don't want to disturb that.
So what are your reflections on your side's overall performance and the result then on Wednesday?
It felt immediately after the referee blew his whistle that we lost 2 points. But during the whole 98 minutes, I didn't feel constantly that we were the ones that were going to win the game. It felt like an equal game, and a draw would have been maybe a fair result. But with us leading after 97 minutes, we were quite close to winning the game. So it felt as if we dropped 2 points. But I think we won a lot Wednesday as well. And what I mean with that is, if I look at the togetherness of the team together with the fans, how much they fought together to get the result over the line. We've been praised so many times this season about how well these players can play, but they showed a different side of themselves Wednesday. In my opinion, also much better than the year before. They were mentally so strong during a game that was played maybe in the most difficult circumstances for them as well. And to stay.
What you got to do in these type of games, guys, when the 30 minutes into the game, I already knew how it's going to turn out. It's going to be back end to end. They're going to score a goal, and we're going to come back. You can see in these emotional games how it's going to turn out. We've seen it before. So next time, just be more cautious. Make sure you don't concede goals. That's the first thing you got to do. Like when Everton scored that goal, okay, many of us say it's offside. Many of us, say it wasn't a free kick, etc. I agree. Like, it happens. But you don't. What angered me when I saw the line, it was too far up. So when it's too far up, where's the second option to that? You know what I mean? What's the thing that's going to counterattack that? If it makes sense, what have we got? If we've trained to have that high line so far up. So if they overwrite that, what is the second option for us to defend? You know what I mean, guys? Is the goalkeeper going to come out too far? Is there a runner coming from somewhere to stop the guy running towards the goal? There ain't no options from what I've seen. I think the thing that pissed me off in that first goal is we was too far up. That Beto guy just went through, and there was no challenge. So where is if you're taking that risk going that far up, where is the other phase of the play that can stop that? There wasn't. That's what I'm trying to say. This is why I say go back. Because at least if the goalkeeper and the defense is, next to each other like this, it's easier for us to defend that. But it didn't happen. The guy went through and goal, put it underneath Alison's body, and it's a goal. That should not happen, man. That's too easy from what I can see, guys. As I said, if you're taking a risk, make sure you have something that's gonna stop that. If it goes the other way, if you know what I mean. And I don't think we've got enough of that. Yeah, I thought the line was too far up. It was too risky, and unfortunately, they got the first goal, which is too difficult, especially the derby to come back from. But luckily, we got a goal straight away. But sometimes what I see is when we get the goal back, we go back to the way we was playing, when it was 0-0 again. If you know what I mean. Which is let them come on to us. We try to attack like this. Just keep going. Do the same thing you did. How you got that goal back. Keep going forward and try to get the goals. Yeah, man. That's what I'm trying to say. I just don't understand. Like, if you're keeping a high line, there's no other phase of play to stop if the person gets through. Because to me, it's just taking a risk, and then it didn't pay off. Madness, man.
Strong together to fight so hard, to be mentally so strong, that gives me a lot of confidence for the upcoming 14 games. I already knew how well they can play, but the togetherness they showed during 98 minutes shows me that we are a very, very difficult team to beat.
Given that there are going to be a lot of emotions and emotionally charged games in the title run-in now, are there learnings to take from Wednesday night?
Like I just said, you mean from me or from the players?
The players and the club as a whole, yeah.
I think the players, I just said, so I can give the same answer again. They really stood up in a positive way for me. So mentally being so strong in those circumstances, if you don't play your best game, and part of our game plan was, of course, to prevent them from playing so many balls into our box. But it's difficult to prevent that if you concede 20 free kicks. So then you just have to act what is their strongest asset, maybe playing the balls in with all these centre backs and full backs coming up. And apart from the first goal that we conceded from a free kick, I think we defended that really well. So players showed that they are more than 11 quality individuals that can play together in ball possession so well. They also showed they have great mentality. Again,
listen, it's great to have the mentality, obviously, of not losing and all that stuff, getting a draw. But we've got to go for games. And I mean, we've got to get it by the scruff of the neck and start winning. I don't know, guys. I really don't know where we can go from, after the Wolverhampton game. Because I looked at the fixtures. It's not going to be easy. We've got Man City away. Let me look at it now. We've got a few tough games. I think Newcastle at home. Aston Villa away, obviously, after Wolverhampton game. So I'm looking at the fixtures. We've got Wolverhampton first, and then we've got Aston Villa away, playing in midweek. That's supposed to be played in, I think around the cup final day. So they brought it forward. I don't know how many weeks. It's crazy, man. So look at the games, guys. I mean, apart from Wolverhampton, Aston Villa at home, away, Man City away on the weekend. And then you got Newcastle at home. Southampton, you're going to win. Cup final day. And you got Everton again. I mean, so it's not going to be easy. So we've got to have a plan to win these games. So we've got to win these games. Like if we beat Everton, I wouldn't mind drawing the Man City game. You know what I mean? But now we have to win. We have to find a way. And Man City, from what I heard of Arteta, he wants his best friend, from what I heard of Pep Guardiola, he wants his best friend Arteta to win a league title. So he will give it that extra on that day. So it's not going to be easy going to the Etihad and try to beat them. Aston Villa is going to be difficult. Everybody knows Aston Villa at home are very strong under the lights. Wednesday night, I mean, it's not going to be an easy game, that one. Newcastle, you don't know which Newcastle you're going to get. You know what I mean? So we drew with them 3-3, obviously, in the first game. We're going to face them in the cup final. Joe Linton, Ramirez, Tonali, all these guys, they're going to be up for the game, man, in that midfield. Well, that's why you got to win in these games as well, in that midfield. Because, if you don't win the battles, it's going to be tough for you, man. And that's how we, drew with Everton the other day. We didn't win the battles, man. And that's what worries me. And then we've got Fulham away after the Everton game. Not going to be easy. West Ham, I think we could win that. Leicester, I think we can win that. Tottenham at home, I think we could win that. It depends what players they bring back. Then we've got Chelsea away on the 3rd of May. Then we've got Arsenal at home. I want, when we get to the Arsenal game, to still have that point still on the board, you know what I mean? But I think we're going to drop as well, like a few points along the way. I think Arsenal's going to drop as well, not just us. I think they're going to drop points as well. Yeah, we've got, like I said, that Man City game is the one I'm thinking about. We need to win that game now. A draw I would have taken, but not anymore, man. And I think, Pep Guardiola is going to bring the best out of that team that day. Because he wants his best friend Arteta to win. He said it in a press conference. He said it. I heard him say it. That's why they probably gave them that game that day.
In what I've experienced to now, the most difficult circumstances we've played until now.
Arne, looking at the big picture, 14 games to go in the Premier League season, does a performance and experience like you had on Wednesday night actually serve to benefit this group going forward, looking at the title run?
Yeah, that's a bit the similar answer that I just gave. Of course, we would have loved to go 9 points up. That would have been probably better than 7. Or not probably, that would have been better than 7. But we take a lot of positives from the game as well, not football-wise. So we didn't play our best game in terms of ball possession. But I have to give credits to David Moyes as well. Since he came in, he's done a tremendous job. And he made it a really, really, really hard game for us. But the players stood up, in my opinion, because I did watch the game back last season. I told you in the pre-match conference, press conference, we were mentally much stronger than last season. We went 1-0 down and came back by leading the game till the 97 minutes with 2-1.
Looking ahead to this weekend then, what's the team news heading into Wolves, and what do you expect from Wolves now they've got a different manager and potentially a different style of play?
Yeah, I said second half of the season is always more difficult than the first half for many reasons. Some teams bring new players in, some teams playing longer together, so they are playing better together. Some teams bring a new manager.
He's right. The second part of the season, he's 100% right. Like I've always said, that first half of the season, everybody's trying to find their way defensively, offensively, and all that stuff. That's why they open. We score a lot of goals, and then you wonder why in the second half of the season players struggle to score, players struggle for form. It's because teams don't want to lose, so they're gonna play negative football to get the win. If you know what I mean, because there's a survival mode now. I mean, every team don't want to get relegated. I mean, every team wants to finish as high as possible because you get financially you get rewarded, don't you? And then you got the European stage, you got the obviously the Europa Cup, then you got the top 4, then you got obviously the Championship on top of that. So every team has got something to fight for. This is why I've always said second half of the season is going to be very difficult. If we had those points like the Man United one and Newcastle away, as I remember, those drop points that with Nottingham Forest away, if we had those points already right now, we could have just sat back, put our feet up, and just look at the Champions League. That's what we could have done, and obviously the League Cup final. But we didn't do that. We didn't take care of those games. So now it's going to be extra difficult to beat these teams because everyone is playing for something. That's why I keep telling people, you need to look into things like this. There's 2 parts of the season. The first part is everybody in, you could do whatever you want. Second part, I want to survive. I want to finish as high as possible. I mean, I want to win. I want to win. The championship. That's what it is. This is why you see players' forms is different. I don't think players have dropped form. It's just the teams they're facing are much stronger now, and it's much difficult to beat. Because I don't think we look into things like that. I think why is Salah not scoring the goals he scored earlier? Because the teams have got better. Teams are more cautious now. They're going to defend that extra bit now. They're going to, that those run-ins they wasn't doing in the beginning of the season, they're going to do that now. That's how it is. They're going to run up and down that pitch and make it difficult for you. So I don't think we think like that. That's why I was pissed off, us dropping points in the Newcastle game and Nottingham Forest game, Man United at home. You've got to collect the points, man. Because things like this happen. They've always said it. They've always said about Liverpool Football Club. What they said is, when it's head-to-head, Liverpool never win titles when it's close points together. And it's true, because we're going to get games like we did against Everton. Referees are always going to do that. I remember the season Liverpool, the first one, we dropped points against Leicester. The first 1 point against Man City. I was in Rome that time, so I was watching the game, and I told my wife, and I told my mate, so I said, we're not going to win the league, that. Because I remember that game, I think it was Martin Atkinson's referee. Mane was through on goal, and Maguire brought him down. And he was the last man. He didn't even get a red card. And then Naby Keita went into the box. They stepped on his toes, and it should have been a penalty. Didn't give that. And then who got the equal? I think Mane scored the goal. And then who got the equalizer for Leicester? The guy who should have been sent off, which is Maguire. There you go, man. And I said from that moment, it's not going to be. We're not going to win the league, man. Because if we had those 3 points, then we could have been we could have been champions, but we haven't. So that's why I say Liverpool head to head. The reason we don't do well is because decisions like this happen. Look at last season, McAllister. What did Marco Oliver say? The game, because it was the last second of the game was too big for me to give a decision like that. But it's a fucking penalty, mate. Like, what are you talking about? The game is too big. But as I said in the beginning of this, hopefully the mute button didn't go. They want a dramatic ending to the season, as they always have in the last 5 to 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, whatever it is. They want an Aguero moment. This is what they want the whole world to watch this league. That's why I was, fuming after the Everton game. Like, we didn't win that game. That 9 points could have been a cushion, would have been great for us. But now, more difficult games are going to come, and I'm extremely worried, guys. Honestly, I'm extremely worried. If we don't win the league this season, mate, like, man. Whew.
Is in like Everton, and this manager is at Everton is doing a great job, and the one from Wolves has made them better as well. Although I said back then that Kerry O'Neill has been very, very unlucky, because I think he deserved much more points than he got for several reasons. But the new manager that came in has done a very good job, got some positive results in. So it's going to be a challenge again on Sunday, but that is normal. Last part of the season in the best league of the world. You can't expect to go out there and have an easy win. So it's always going to be a tough one. But players shown for the whole season that they are ready for tough games.
And what's the team news going into this weekend? Any changes?
No, we saw Trent, of course, being able to play. It was the intention to play around half an hour. I think he played somewhere around half an hour. So he will be training with us again. Joe Gomez is out. And Tyler Morton is out. And I think those are the only two, am I right? Yeah, but we were off yesterday, so I don't know exactly the news. Oh, Cody is a bit of a doubt as well. So let's wait how he is today. But I had to take him off because of an injury, because he got a knock. So let's see how he is today.
Yeah, let's just hope Cody's all right, man. I thought he had a poor game, but then again, the man who brought him down. Well, this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, we're too nice in games. You know what I mean? Like, if Cody Gakpo dropped when Gay, pulled him, I think Gay he should be sent off. You know what I mean? But we stay on our feet, and this is why decisions don't go our way. They've got the perfect excuse for the referees want that, don't they? So to not give us decisions, that's what it's. That's how it is. You look at Cody Gakpo's one. That guy should have got sent off. Double yellow. Konate in the box. Blatant push. VAR present. No free kick to Liverpool. So this is what I'm saying, guys. We gotta do what other teams do. Drop like them. You know what I mean? And they've got nothing else but to give the free kick. Yeah, well, nice guys finished last, man. Nice guys finished last. Abdul says, for the chat, how are you? Like, comment, subscribe, share. We need to get back on track, no less. Get back on track, no less. No loss, no or draw. We are rattled again. Everton Sunday, league tactics. We need to concentrate and play our game. Yeah, spot on, bro. I agree. Big up Final Whistle. Please go subscribe to Final Whistle. Lost against we didn't lose against Nottingham. The first game, yeah. Lost against Nottingham Forest, Spurs, Plymouth, PSV draw, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man United, Everton, Fulham, Nottingham Forest. We need these happening and play our game. Dodgy refs, not learning from previous mistakes. Yes, spot on. We need to learn from previous mistakes, bro, because we've been in the top of the league for the whole season, and if we drop out of there, man, big problems. Big up True Dawn. That's why the title we won 5 years ago isn't talked about, as we ran away with it. There, head to head is always an issue, bro. Head to head is what these people want, and mess us about as well. Big up, Mr. Tips. Big up, bro. Greetings, everyone. I don't care about refs. Trent should not have let the cross go in. But it's Trent, bro. You're never going to get Trent that's going to, put his body on the line for anything. That's how he plays, if you know what I mean. He doesn't want to get hurt. You know what I mean? When do you ever see Trent getting hurt? When do you ever see Trent, putting his body on the line of anything? He doesn't do that, bro. So he's not going to change today. There was a few sequences to that goal, to be fair. Like, how did the ball go across the pitch there to Young? How did Young launch it forward? Where's the challenge when the ball's in the air? Someone should be coming out of the centre-back position to, head that ball away. Didn't happen. And, the cross went in, and Tarkowski was at the back post empty. I mean, he finished like Alan Shearer. He had all the time in the world to even kick it like that. Where's the pressure? I mean, you should know the last minute of the game, everybody should be getting back in defense. Everybody. Assemble. Avengers assemble. It should be. But we didn't do that, man. We just let the cross go in. Obviously, Konate got pushed when he tried to head it away. You know what I mean? And they scored the goal. You got to do by any means necessary to stop goals going in, man. And I don't think we do enough of that. In Newcastle game, same thing. Launched, back post. Kelleher let it go. Guy come in, slotted it from a different angle. Sorry, difficult angle. So it's just the same type of goals every single time we're conceding these type of games that we're drawing at the end. And we're not learning from it. You got to mark players. You got to go after players. You got to pressure players. I guarantee you, it was the other end. They would do the same. They would mark us out, stop the opportunities by any means necessary. You know what I mean? And there's no coincidence where Everton are. You know what I mean? They're at the bottom half of the table. They're that shit. But in these type of games, emotion gets a hold of us, and we played their game. That's what we done the other day. We played their game. No matter what our head coach is saying, you know what I mean? I think we played Everton's game. We played into their hands. Look at they were celebrating after the game that they've won the cup final. Yeah, man. There's a lot. Listen, a lot of work ahead for us, especially under this new coach. I just hope they all learn from the mistakes that we're making in the games, so it doesn't happen in the coming games as well. It's tough. It's tough, guys. It's tough. Abdul says Diaz isn't number 9 or false 9. Nunes isn't quality and can't finish. I don't think Diaz has got that. I mean, it was good to see in the beginning because the opponents don't know how you play. But now, he ain't even in the game, man. Even when Gakpo went off, he went to the left. What was he doing? What was he doing, man? It's tough to watch Diaz at the moment, guys. It's tough to watch, man. The guy's got a song, you know what I mean? Luis Diaz, he's got his own song. Mane didn't have that. We gave Mane, Mane. He didn't have a full song. And look at the player he was. But Diaz gets a full song. Doesn't do anything. The first team had a week off. There are no excuses. I agree, bro. I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that one. You're spot on. Sorry about the mute, guys. I could see a lot of messages about the mute. LFC versus Wolverhampton, 2 p.m. Sunday, of course. We need a better mindset and better performance. Listen, Wolves, they've got their own survival to worry about. So they're going to come in all defensive, and they're going to make it difficult for us. We just have to find a way out of it, man. That's what we've got to do. Like I said, second half of the season is different to the first part. Things look easy in the first part. Second half, everybody's fighting for something, man. Big up John Conway as always, brother. Big up, bro. Sorry I didn't get to that. Big up, Genghis. Apologies about the mute, Genghis. I know you're upset. I know. But I want back to it, bro. I want back to it. The biggest rant ever. Yes, it was. It was Genghis. It was. Feb is when or if we are to win the league. Yeah. Big up Wild Dead Wolf. Big up, brother. Big up. Refs on the side. There's nothing you can do, man. There's nothing you can do. The whole game, that referee didn't want to give us anything. Did not want to give us anything. And got away with it, man. I guarantee he's going to referee another Liverpool game. They always come back. even when they make mistakes. But you know the difference is between us and other teams. Other teams complain. You know what I mean? They get apologies. They don't referee their games again, I think. But us, we don't really say anything. We just let it happen. We need to start saying something, man. Because this is like a regular thing against Liverpool Football Club. When are we gonna, ask for apology? When are we gonna have a go at these people? You know what I mean? But every season they come back to our games. I mean, every season. David Cook came back to referee Liverpool games, Aston Villa game at home. I mean, he came back when we haven't seen him for a long time refereeing our games. Paul Tierney, after he said he didn't like Klopp, came back after 6 months. These people are always coming back, no matter what they say about our football club.
Arne, you've spoken already a couple of times about the mental strength and resilience that the players showed on Wednesday night. That's going to be an important quality between now and the end of the season. How do you actually go about instilling that in the players? Is it something you do on the training ground? Did you work with them in here? Did you work with them collectively? Did you bring other people in? Because it's a difficult sort of quality to actually give a quantifiable, element to, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not that we bring someone else in. Is he making a picture now? I think it's the same with trying to implement the playing style. You also, on a daily basis, maybe not every single day, but you also try to implement certain things mentality-wise. So you talk during training sessions or meetings also about these kind of things. And a part of mentality is, of course, also just work as hard as you can and in the most difficult circumstances. So if things go against you or the other team is better than you at a certain moment, how do you react? And so, yeah, you talk on a daily basis about that. I think I've said already that I also 2 days before the game or 1 day before the game, I showed them some clips from last season. How the game was being played and how we acted on certain situations, how we reacted on certain situations. So it's an ongoing process, but it's also, if you want to play at a top club like this, you need to have more than only quality. If you only have quality, probably you don't end up at Liverpool, so you need to have mentality as well. So it's a combination of that these players have this inside of them. Otherwise, you don't play it for one of the biggest clubs in the world. And it's something you try to address on a daily basis to create the right mentality.
And Wolves under Vitor Pereira, significant improvement. It's never about one player, clearly. But in Matheus Cunha, they have a player with star quality, that X factor, and somebody that for opposing sides, very difficult to get a handle on during the match. And how do you propose to cope with that?
Yeah, he's a type of player that I'm referring to when I always say if I compare the leagues where I've worked in this league. So if I don't know exactly where Wolves is at the moment, so somewhere between, where are they at the moment? 17. If you go to the Dutch league and you look at the number 17, there's no player that can play for Ajax, PSV or Feyenoord. But Matheus Cunha is a quality player, and he has the quality to play for one of the top 5 teams in England. And that is also one of the reasons why.
Listen, I like Cunha. It reminds me a bit of a Thierry Reed type. He's got a bit of a Thierry Reed vibe about him. I like him. Really like him. He's very good, quick, clinical finisher. Always causes problems, Matheus Cunha. So expect him to be in a big club next season, man. I don't think he's going to be staying at Wolverhampton. Abdul says dramatic final because sorry guys, alarm. Dramatic final because more money for Sky, of course. TNT commentators talk rubbish. Yeah, that's how it is, man. That's how it is. That's what they want. They always want that kind of nonsense. Do you think he's fearful of a ban, or he appealed the red? Because he seems fearful, but at the same time, still showing some fight. If you're talking about Arne slot, I think they're going to appeal it, mate. I mean, there's nothing that said that actually they haven't brought anything out that he's going to miss a game yet. So I think Marco Oliver, the emotions got hold of him, and he made a boo boo. That's what he's done. If a guy say to you, "Nice game," well, how can he send a guy that's saying that to you? It doesn't make. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I think he made a mistake. The referee that he did, 100%. While the warfare, Gakpo could be out next game. He didn't play well, mate. Even when he was fully fit. To be fair, Everton celebrating a draw. Yeah, it's their cup final, isn't it? What do Everton actually play for? Nothing. So this is a cup final for them, as Virgil said. That's how it is. So let's get back to the press. Nearly finished, guys.
It's so much more difficult to win a game against the number 17 in England than to win in the number 17 in Holland. Again, we already saw when we played against them with Gary O'Neill. They had a very good performance back then as well, and he in particular. So we know that it's going to be a tough game on Sunday again.
Arne, how likely would Curtis Jones have been to have started this game? And is it maybe a little bit of a shame that he gets a little bit of a hurdle and a stumble in his possible momentum there?
The good thing is that we've played so many games. I think he got a second yellow, didn't he? If I'm correct. So that I assume that it's the same in England as in Holland. That's only one game then, I assume. Yeah, so he's been out then for one game. And then next Wednesday is a game, and then Sunday again there is a game. So he comes back from an injury, so he missed already a few games. I was planning to start him against Plymouth. He wasn't completely recovered yet. I liked him a lot when he came in. Very good half hour. I think it was the best part of our game after we made the substitutions. That was the only part of the game where I felt a bit of comfort and a bit of maybe this feels like a bit of control. I didn't think we controlled the game or whatever, but maybe the most we controlled the game, and that's maybe because of that we went 2-1 up, and afterwards I felt we maybe we could have defended that lead, or we were good enough. We didn't conceded a lot afterwards anymore. I think before we scored the 2-1 and before we made the substitutions, the game could have gone either way.
Yeah, I thought Curtis Jones, performance-wise, I thought he was brilliant when he came on. Kept the ball better, kept him moving. Got into, obviously, he got a yellow card by slight tackling. That's very rare of Curtis Jones, but yeah, he came into the game with the right attitude. I thought like we progressed the ball better when he was on the pitch. I just wish like we scored more goals, guys. I honestly think that, but it was never going to happen in that game because each time we was going forward, there was an actual foul somehow, and then disrupted the game momentum from what I saw. But yeah, I thought Curtis Jones brilliant when he came on. It's just that bit at the end with the Corey that upset me. You know what I mean? I didn't need you to, get a red card, man. Two yellows. I didn't need you to do that. Yes, you did in normal circumstances, if we was way clear, like points and points clear of everybody else, I agree with those actions. But we can't fall for the trap, man. We cannot fall for the trap that's set by these people, man. Yeah, it's what it is. But I thought it was phenomenal. I agree with the head coach.
So were you more upset with the amount of added time than the push on Konate?
I just said that many things in extra time happened that led to me being quite emotional, and there was a VAR incident for 2 minutes where he checked. I thought maybe the only thing that could happen is that he looks back at the foul, and then all of a sudden I was happy, like, oh, maybe it's offside. And of course, then if after 10 minutes you hear their fans cheering, so you're like, okay, it wasn't offside. So many things happened in the end phase of in extra time. But like I said, it wouldn't be smart to go into every single incident.
And just on Curtis at the end, can you understand that he reacted the way he did?
I like a lot that he stands up for the team, but I think there are also other ways of for the team and for the fans. There are also other ways to do that. Maybe.
There you go, people. I guess I wasn't wrong what I said. There you go. But let's listen.
I will talk with him about that. But yeah, it's the same for me. I should have acted differently after the game as well. But it's an emotional sport, and sometimes individuals, out of emotion, make the wrong decision, and that's definitely what I did.
Hi, Arne. You mentioned about the improvement in midfield after the substitutions, and in the early going, the starting midfielders, I think I only managed to make 5 passes to the starting forward, so there was a real disconnect between the midfield and the forward line. You also mentioned the high foul count, which is quite strange for a team that had so much ball possession to have so many more fouls than their opponents. Do you think that played a part, the way that the game was being officiated meant maybe some of the midfielders felt they couldn't make those kind of passes into their forwards?
No, I didn't. I only said that a part of our game plan was to prevent them from playing a lot of long balls. But it's difficult to prevent the goalkeeper from playing a long ball. And it's difficult if they get a free kick because it's not allowed to stay 1 meter in front of the ball. So they are able then to play the ball long. And I liked the way we defended that. So I haven't said anything about the way it was officiated. Is that the word you used? But it was clear that our midfielders were, and the whole team weren't able to bring our attackers in a lot of promising positions because I think we scored 2 goals and maybe we created 2.5 chances. So again, it shows you the quality of our.
Listen, we scored 2 goals, but still we conceded 2 goals. You know what I mean? So that's what we've got to work on. The midfield, so the defense, the midfield, and the attack, it needs to be together, guys, somewhere, somehow. Be closer together. I think sometimes we're too far apart, hence why these teams, get the goals and attack us. So, but if we congest it more, when we haven't got the ball, when Liverpool don't have the ball, I think we'll be all right. But when we're too far apart, teams, get it over the top and they control it, and then they set up, attack. So this is what I don't want to see, guys. And I think a lot of that's happening. And as I said, we're always conceding goals now. It's very rare, like we keep clean sheet consistently. I don't even think we won 3 games in a row this season. So I think Virgil needs to step up as a leader. Unfortunately, the vice captain is not a leader. I got to be real with you. I don't think Trent is a leader. Because what he does sometimes is annoying, in my opinion. Like that cross that you guys alluded to in the chat, he should have put his body in the line, man. All you see him is do this, looking backwards. That's what he did. He went like this, looking backwards, instead of like trying to face this cross so that guy doesn't cross it in. It's all about leadership now, guys. This is the moment the leaders, come into play, and majority of them have to step up now, like Robertson, Van Dijk, Salah, etc., Alisson, etc. They have to step up now. They have to, get these players over the line some way, somehow. And it starts with keeping clean sheets. The attack is always going to score goals. That's how we are. You know what I mean? Every game that we play, I think we more or less scored. So, apart from the Nottingham Forest game, I believe. But, you can score goals, but if you're still leaking goals, what's the point? I mean, you're either, gonna draw or win at most. So, yeah, we just got to get back to clean sheets, man. We've got the defense there. I mean, Robertson has his moments. The first few minutes, I saw him like pushing players from the back, and I said, "Bro, what are you doing, man?" And what happened? He got a yellow card, and you saw the reaction from Arne Slot after that. It wasn't to do with, the decision. It was to do with Robertson's hand movements throughout the first half towards a player. It shows, man, the guy is struggling. He knows he can't run anymore, so he's doing some stuff just to get advantage out of it, but it didn't work. He got a yellow card, so he had to be, cautious throughout the game. It really irritated me. And I think that you're a leader, man. You're one of the senior players, and you're doing things like that. Getting a yellow card early as well in the first half. Come on, bro. We don't need that. You don't do things like that. You're supposed to lead by example, bro. Yeah. Let me just get a comment. Sorry about that, guys. Red and White Yank says, I'm hearing Salah is injured. Is this true? I haven't heard nothing, bro. Apart from Gomez, injured. I think he said everybody else is fully fit. I think that's what he said. He's trying to get to his bandages, which is why he is being so apologetic. It shouldn't be, the ban shouldn't stand in the way. He didn't really say anything to Marco Oliver that deserves a ban, if you know what I mean. I don't know if he said something after the good game. Maybe he said something, I don't know. But nothing's been done yet, as far as I'm aware, bro. Nothing's been done yet. He's there for the Wolverhampton game. Cody is a doubt. I know that. Yeah, he's a doubt, bro. He's a doubt.
Finishing, but I would have acted different. Loved to act differently after the game. I would have loved us to play the game in a different way, but it's so hard to play the game in a different way if you face the circumstances we faced and the playing style we faced. So that's why I was happy that we coped with that playing style in such a good manner.
That's done. Great. So let's look at the league. I'm going to do the tactical board for you guys and talk about obviously the game that's coming up. So let's do the league first of all. As you can see, hopefully you can see it. Let me make it slightly bigger for you. Let's go. There you go. As you can see, guys, 7 points clear. Liverpool, only 1 loss, 6 draws. Arsenal have injuries from what I've heard. They got, I think Kai Havertz, I've heard, is out for the season. Obviously, Jesus is out for the season. Martinelli is out as well. Saka, we already know he had an operation. So their team has got to pull together somewhere, somehow to get them through these games. They're going to beat Leicester. Let's be realistic, guys. That's the next game. So they're going to beat them easily. We've got the 7 points cushion now. We've got the same amount of games as Arsenal. We play that game in hand now. I wish that was 9, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Listen, if someone gave you this at the beginning of the season, you don't complain about it either. So let's take it for what it is. Let's take it for what it is. Just go into other games, you know, mindset differently, and win, man. Win your games. Win your games. Win your games. So I'm gonna go with the starting lineup, obviously. Now, let me just get this off the screen. Just get the chat going through. If you guys want to talk about it, if you disagree with me, I thought Szoboszlai, you know, in the game should have been more impactful. I need him to be more important in games, guys. Szoboszlai, you know, he's got all that, you know, attributes. Like, he's got so much to offer for us as a player. I don't think he does enough, man. I want more shots, if you know what I mean. I want more leadership from him because he's a leader, isn't he? He's the captain of Hungary. So I need more from Szoboszlai. In certain when things are tough, I need him to step up as the number 10, if you know what I mean. I don't think he does enough of that. And he said there's better to come. I'm supportive of him. So show me, man. Show me more, if you know what I mean. Because I don't want to go through things like this, man. I don't want to go through like this. Because, you know, when teams make it difficult for you, you got to find a way to get out of that. And I don't think like we do enough of that, especially with the games we drew, the games that we, you know, supposed to win and we didn't. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think he needs to show more, man. Because he has that, guys. He has that thing about him. That's, you know, a special player kind of thing. And it just doesn't do enough, in my opinion, man. Just doesn't do enough. These are the type of games you need Szoboszlai to step up, you know what I mean? And he didn't do it. He just didn't do it the other day, which pissed me off. He took a shot, obviously. The goalkeeper saved, except, you know, things like that. But what did he do after that? I felt sorry for Gravenberch because these type of games are not, you know, are not all about technical ability, you know, what he normally does, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not all about that. And he struggled, man. It's the first time I've seen Gravenberch, you know, be out of sorts, if you know what I mean, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm just doing the both teams. This thing. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen Gravenberch be out of sorts in a game. Like he looked a bit timid, guys. Let me just put it that way. I know a lot of people don't want to say that, but he looked a bit timid from what I saw of the game, because I've never seen him give away so many passes as he did in the game. Like I'm talking about that. It's not like passing straight to our players. It went to their players, if you know what I mean. And it really irritated me. Really irritated me. I said, "Wow, come on, Gravenberch, man. You're better than that, bro. Better than that, man." But it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for these guys. Just understand, derby games are different. They're different. They're not that type of games like you go into and it's gonna be easy for you. No matter where they are in the league, you just gotta be more focused, more into them. Just get into them like this. That's what you gotta do, bro. I'll bring Trip back for this game. Obviously, Konate and Van Dijk in centre backs. I'll bring back Simicast as a left back as well. Give Rob all the rest now, man. Obviously, Gravenberch and McAllister in the middle. I love McAllister, but the emotional side got hold of him in that game. Wicked goal, though, by the way. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Because each time he made a challenge, didn't touch the player, the referee gave a free kick and he just reacted all wrong. I mean, the referee is not on your side in this game. So you got to do something else, if you know what I mean. And I think the emotional side got hold of him in the game. So that's what I see. I think we should bring Jota back as a striker as well. If Gakpo is fit, I'll put him in. Guy scores goals, man. Guy scores goals, innit? That's what's important. Yeah, with Soboslai, guys, I need more. I really, really need more from him. I can't, I like the run-ins and, defensive side of the game, but I need more, man. I really, really, really need more. Obviously, Jota's... Where is he? Did I miss him? There you go. Jota's back in the team. He's here. He's alive and well. There you go. So this is what I would go for in the game. But the thing is, if you look at the Everton game, everybody was too far apart, if you know what I mean. And this is how it was. A lot of gaps in the middle, in front of the back line. Too many balls played around here from Everton. Too many balls played around there. But they were launching it. Beto kept on holding on to it, passing it off. They attacked, they crossed the ball in. It was just too much of that. But, if we haven't got the ball, everybody's got to step back, guys. Everybody's got to step back. We can't really be at the top like that, man. Everybody. Sometimes Soboslai has to be part of a free. Like, make it difficult so the balls don't go through these gaps and that. You know what I mean? Salah is never going to defend. You know what I mean? We have to accept that. I don't like it, but everybody else is fine with it because he's scoring goals and creating goals. But I think, if everybody's doing this and one is, missing, this is why they double up on this idiot here. Sorry, the Trent. So this is why the other teams always go at him, because there's not enough protection over here. But, 14 games to go, whatever it is, man. There's certain games, as I said, he needs to get back as well. I'm not asking for every game. Just certain games, he needs to be part of the team. It's to me, when I look at our football club, it's like people are exempt from certain things. You don't win league titles, when a player leaves a gap. I'm sorry, you're going to concede goals no matter what, because you left a gap there, if you know what I mean. If you're playing on the wings, you got to get back sometimes and help out the defense. I don't think he does enough of that. I don't mind, Wolverhampton if he stays up there and that's what he normally does. I don't mind these type of games. But it's when it's the important games, the rivals and, games that it's going to be difficult for you to, win. You need to get back. You need to, Avengers, assemble. You have to. But there's not enough of that, man. There's not enough of that. It's not like the old days when, you know, Mane was there and all that stuff. See, these are the type of games like this time of the season that you need a player like Fabinho, you know, someone who takes people out, gets the ball back, passes to the, you know, flair players. That's what you need, man. And that's why this is why I said in the summer we need a DM. I love what I see of Gravenberch, but he needs a DM alongside him. We could have utilized the squad much better. Switch sometimes, get players on that could accommodate certain games. You know what I mean? Certain games you can't have certain players in it, but you know, if you have the strength and depth in the team, you could change up. If you know what I mean. And I don't think we'll do enough of that because we haven't got the squad. We just don't have it, man. But as I said, the second part of the season, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. And you do need to like do this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, for some players, they can't do it, but they have to do something. They have to do it some way, somehow. They have to. When we're defending, everybody's got to be close together. Everybody. Can't be no gaps, man. Can't be no gaps. But yeah, this is my starting lineup. Get Jota back. You know, he's back in the team. He's not injured now. Yeah, so this is the team I want to play against Wolverhampton. We get the win. We get that. We build that momentum. We keep going. We keep going. We keep going. We don't want to like let the other teams catch up. You know what I mean? So that's me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry about the sand issue that I had in the beginning. I'm just frustrated about the Everton game. Really, really pissed me off. I think it's mostly right. I see him going for Diaz ahead of Gakpo, though. Yeah. It's the goals and the creativity from Gakpo. I always put him ahead of Diaz. I mean, Diaz, if he doesn't score goals, there's nothing, bro. There's no life in that side, man. Defensively or offensively or creatively, like it doesn't create it. It doesn't cross the ball in. It doesn't go on the outside and, you know, passes it back to someone to tap it in. He'll have those odd games like he looks like one of the best players, then disappear for about 5 after that, then come back again. But with Gakpo, you know what you're gonna get. I mean, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get goals. You're gonna get creativity, hard work. You see him sometimes as a left back. I mean, he might not be the thing that catches the eye like Mane and things like that, but he's effective in his own ways, if you know what I mean. Final whistle. So, yeah, this is my team. Hopefully, on Wednesday, I guess Villa will get a result there as well, because it's gonna be a tough game, guys. It's gonna be a tough game. Villa have their own ambitions for the season, as we all know. So yeah, worried, man. Really worried. You know when that 9-point cushion ain't there no more, it worries you, man. It really worries you. My confidence ain't there no more. Remember, I was all confident before. That disappears. Where's Villa? You see, Villa's the 8th, so they got their own ambitions to go back up at that table. You know what I mean, guys? So yeah, I don't want that to go, guys. That 7 points, man. I want it to extend. Yeah, guys. I hope you liked everything. Like, share, and subscribe. Sorry for the mute in the beginning. It disrupts the stream. I know. Diaz, Jota, Nunes must increase their output as is. I wouldn't miss any of them. Yeah, they have to, bro. They have to. They're starting to piss off a lot of people from what I've heard. So they need to start improving. Please smash the likes, guys. It helps the channel, of course. If you're in other social medias, it's all about the YouTube channel. Please come over here and subscribe for us as well. I'm done. Should be back for the game. Hopefully, I'll do a watch along on Sunday. That's the time I'll come back. But I don't know what the other guys are going to do in between. Please support the channel. Please support everybody else who's a Liverpool fan as well. They're all doing great things. They're doing great things. Yeah. I'm out of here. Out of here. Take care, everybody.